just rapid fire. Have some things in your mind. Boom, boom, boom. This is going to be quick rapid fire. What do we got here?
Limbal stem cell deficiency. Wow, the answer's there and I still can't come up with it.
I think the key, conjunctivalization. When you lose those limbal stem cells, conjunctiva starts to encroach on the cornea. Oh, neurotrophic keratitis. What comes to mind?
Just that you can't feel anything, that cornea is just desensitized.
Reduced sensation, and the cause I think of herpes. You got to have a herpes simplex, herpes zoster, something causing that to happen. And these are great pictures. I love these. Oh, I just saw a patient that looked like this. He was 30 years old. And that surprised me because that seemed pretty young for this. And what has to go through our mind when we see a young patient with ARCUS?
Coronary artery disease.
Ooh, oh, that's a really good thought. Yes. Because now they don't have it in one eye. They don't have ARCUS in one. They do in the other eye. The eye that doesn't have ARCUS, maybe there's a blockage. Or if both eyes have it in a young patient, high lipids.
Absolutely.
Okay. What's the next one?
Oh, EBMD?
Yes.
Aren't there other, fingerprint, map dot?
I'm zooming in a little bit for us here.
Well, let's do it.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Well, what did I do? There we go. Yeah, map dot fingerprint. Basement membrane thickened. Great one. Topography's weird. Moving on. Oh, the corneal dystrophies. Gotta know. Are they epithelial, Bowman's, stroma, or endothelial? So leash. Let's take a look. Microcystic epithelial tissue in a whorled pattern.
Oh, Schneider's.
Oh, careful.
Oh.
Okay, Schneider's. What about it? First decade of life, dense ARCUS. So now we worry about lipids also with that one.
I love lattice. What is lattice made of? Quick. Come on, you got it.
Marilyn Monroe always gets her man in L.A. City. Lattice, amyloid degeneration.
You got it.
Stains with Congo red.
Man, way to pull that one out.
Retroillumination. Okay, good. Yeah, amyloid. We nailed it.
Oh, good thing. You got it.
What?
Nope.
Tell me.
You know what? I was just going to point out the autosomal dominant because it's, sometimes the genetic aspect of this is important.
Okay. I like that. I think that's important. Granular. Go. Now you have to answer. What's granular made of?
Hyaline.
I love it. We're doing so great. There's more pictures. Granular, done. Ooh, and the combo one, Avellino, has lattice and granular mixed.
So I guess if you have to have one, that's the one to get.
If you want to be really awesome looking.
I mean, if you didn't want to have to choose.
Yeah. Why just settle for one when you can have two with Avellino?
Where's Reese Buckler's located?
I think I can answer that. I think it's Bowman's.
Bowman's. Oh, Buckler's Bowman's? Bowman's Bucklers?
I like that. That works for me.
I'd go to that store.
Thiel Bank would be the other Bowman's also. Let's see if we got it. Bowman's. Nice. Oh, central cloudy dystrophy of Francois. Looks to me like Chagrine. Crocodile Chagrine.
It does. This one definitely is autosomal dominant.
Nice job. Yes, very good. Okay, good. Oh, do not miss Fuchs ever. Those are guttae. The cornea has its guttata appearance to it. Tons of guttae where the endothelium's not working. We got this. These are beautiful pictures. I love these pictures. Oh, look at that retroillumination. Yeah, do you see it?
I see it. I see it. What would cause pain in these patients?
I would think if it got so bad, the cornea would swell so much, and you'd have epithelial bullae.
Oof, yeah. And what happens when they rupture?
Pain.
Ugh, yeah. That sounds terrible.
And they need management there. Okay. Oh, Pterians. A couple things cause the peripheral cornea to thin. You could have old people just... That was very appropriate, wasn't it?
Yes, you could have.
I'm getting older. I'm not yet an old... Okay. Pterians would be a younger person. Young men, 20 to 40 years old sometimes. Little thinning.
Little thinning.
With, I see vascularization up there too.
Ooh,
see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Ooh, I love those.
Yeah. Superior thinning, stromal lipid deposition. Where did the lipid come from? From the blood vessels, because there's vasculature there. We're feeling good?
I feel good about it.
Do you want more?
Let's keep going.
Okay. Well, that's a cone. That's a cone.
That is a cone.
And when we think about a cone, what other things do we see with keratoconus? Rapid fire, go. I'm putting you on the spot. You're in boards.
Fleischer's
You're there.
ring.
Go. Keep going. I'm stressing you out. You've got to feel stressed before you get to boards. Go.
Munson sign.
Yes. Oh, yes. Rizzutis.
Oil droplet.
Yes.
Reflex.
Voigt striae.
Oh, that's a good
Yes.
one too.
Okay. You got it, Munson's Voigts. Good job, Fleischer. You nailed this. High drops now when things go south. And what layer is affected with high drops? It's a question for them, but it's also a question for you.
Which you're going to give the answer to.
I will because you invited me to. Decimes has to fall apart.
You know, I was only going to say decimes because I remembered that there was a D in high drops and there's a D in decimes.
A Moran's ulcer. This one's weird.
What did you just call me?
I apologize. A Moran's ulcer.
Oh, okay. Please keep going.
This one's weird because you don't really know what causes it. As opposed to peripheral ulcerative keratitis, you could say, oh, that's rheumatoid arthritis, or oh, that's granulomatosis with polyangiitis. Moran's, you're like, that's weird. We don't know what's causing it.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Okay, cool. That's pretty straightforward, I think. Eyes open.
Damage to the cornea.
Okay, yeah, got it. A Delin. Oh, this came up in clinic recently. The Delin. And that word.
Doesn't it cause like a divot?
Yes. It's very irregular and it's like a divot. And look at that.
Look at that
beautiful
pretty
optic
divot.
section. That's so nice. I love that. Oh, graft versus host disease. Please no. Oh, rough. I don't know if I could look at a picture and just say that's graft versus host disease.
Yeah, I agree. But you've mentioned a few times, right? Like case history is super important. So maybe that will help you.
Yeah. This is.
Oh, I love this one.
Just, you gotta know that, but even better, you gotta know what causes it. Is this the whole Tai Chi stuff?
This is what, now I have to be careful about how I'm going to say this, but usually I tell the students that I don't like chai tea. So usually I say...
Oh, chai tea.
not
Tai Chi. Okay.
So usually... Well, maybe I'm going to go for it, and if you want to edit it out, go for it. But usually I tell the students, I don't like tea, so I always say F chai tea.
Whoa.
I know.
Whoa.
But
Fabry's.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then chloroquine, hydroxychloroquine, amiodarone, indomethacin, and tamoxifen.
I don't even need any more words to add to what you just said. That was great. Oh, yeah. HSV. Oh, that has to be definitely on our differential list. When we see a whole variety of different things, dendrite on the epithelium, disciform if it's an endotheliitis, uveitis also, you can see cells in the anterior chamber, neurotrophic keratitis, that's a heavy hitter.
That really is.
That's a big one. Oh, more of this. Look at that beautiful dendrite picture.
Those are beautiful. What is that stained with?
It's got to be fluorescein, right? I mean, I suppose you could put rose bengal or Lisbon green on too, but fluorescein does a beautiful job there.
Yeah, that is a nice, I think, little hint that you don't have to go searching for that. Rose bengal, you can get it with the fluorescein too.
And this is the challenge, right? You get these blood vessels coming in from the side, you get that interstitial keratitis type issue, and that's a real problem. Okay, moving on. So dry, mucus stuck on the cornea, boom, 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 filaments.
Yeah, that's really gross. Can we move on?
That's a patient's eye.
I know, you're right. If you see that in clinic, what would you do?
Pluck them off. Maybe put a bandage contact lens on. There's my peripheral ulcerative keratitis. What were the two that we talked about that we'd need to rule out if we see this?
Maroon's ulcer.
But Moran's, we didn't know what caused it. What would cause this? I think rheumatoid, and I think Wegener's. They don't even say that here. That's a miss. That's a miss. Those are what I'm worried about. Yeah, we changed the name, though. We don't call it Wegener's now.
What do we... Oh, we call it that polyangiitis.
Yeah. Granulomatosis with polyangiitis. You got it. Oh, Pseudomonas. You slept in your contact lenses last night, didn't you? Again.
I also...
And you have a soupy ulcer that's just perforating through your cornea right now, right?
Ouch.
Why did you do that? What are we going to do for this? Broad spectrum fluoroquinolone every hour. I'm thinking our Moxies, Gaddies, Bezies. How do you feel about that?
It sounds like a club.
Oh, look at this. Oh, they waited. Oh.
Ooh, what is that?
Oh, it's just terrible. It's awful.
Does that patient have a hypopion?
Well, it's kind of hard to see in that photograph, but it looks like way down at the bottom I see a little hypopyon. Yeah, definitely.
That's unfortunate.
Now, this is a pretty general term, microbial. Microbes could be bacteria, virus, fungus, parasite, right? Staph. But beautiful pictures still.
These are.
I just don't know if that's specific there.
No, but how might you differentiate like a bacterial from, say, a fungal?
Well, sure, they use this word feathery border, and sometimes we think feathery border with fungal,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But, and then marginal.
Marginal. It's
Yeah.
on the margins.
Yeah. Well, I think of the margin, the edge of the limbus being very active. A lot of, there's blood vessels there.
Right.
There's a lot of immune complex at the limbus. So now you have somebody with blepharitis, with staph, and just you get these weird subepithelial infiltrates just around the periphery.
Yeah, I've been burned by this where I didn't lift the patient's lid and saw some of that like little ulcers hiding right up top at the very, very top.
You were burned and your patient was burned.
Truth.
Marginal keratitis, okay. Oh, and they said blepharitis. I like that. I think that's a key. I just wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy.
I know.
Acanthamoeba. This, I would never look at that picture and think acanthamoeba off bat.
No, I think, we know that the ends, that's what I think everybody thinks of.
Ring ulcer.
But have you heard the acanthamoeba, I can't believe you? So patients come in and they say like they're in a lot of pain, but you look in and you really don't see anything starting there yet. Acanthamoeba,
Yes.
I can't believe you.
And that, I've seen that happen. That's really sad. Oh, I told my friends it's the worst pain ever. They said, you're just being a baby. And the doctor, it doesn't look like anything bad. Because signs and symptoms, what you see and how it feels, totally out of proportion in the beginning. I like that. I can't believe you. Fusarium. Now we're getting to some of our fungals.
Oh, yeah. That's the hyphae.
Yeah.
Hyphae.
Yeah. Hyphae. You'll see that on confocal. Okay. Yes. Multiple lesions, satellite lesions. Got to think a little bit about fungal. Oh. We just went from like really devastating to like, all right, they got a pinguecula. Moving on.
But what a great thing in clinic, right? You might have a
yeah.
fungal ulcer at 2:00 and then the pinguecula at 3.
That would be wild. The next time that happens, I'm going to write you a letter and say it happened. Pterygium crossing. Beautiful picture. Thank you for that. I love that.
Fibrovascular tissue.
Oh.
Ooh, limbal dermoids.
Dermoid, I really like this concept. A choristoma. It's normal tissue in the wrong place.
Normal tissue, wrong place.
Yeah. Okay. It's like if I went to a rock concert. I just might be normal, but I don't know if I would be in the right place.
Moving on.
Thank you.
Oh, sin. It's a sin to miss this one.
It is a sin to miss this one. And the hard part is your slit lamp really is not sufficient because that could just as easily be squamous cell carcinoma. If we call it sin, it's not penetrating basement membrane. So kind of fun to think about. Beautiful pictures. Oh, I love that one. That is such a nice picture.
But I think this has to, be careful because patients can easily come in when you might think differential, like a elevated pterygium or like a pingueculitis.
Yeah.
So really making sure that you're looking for the vessels and, where the corners stain. And it's really important for us to look at.
Little hairpin configuration. Oh, yeah. Good old pyogenic granuloma. Neither produces pus, nor is it granulomatous. Poorly named. And trauma. I think trauma is what I think about when I see a pyogenic granuloma.
These bleed, right?
Oh, yeah. They're vascular. Ooh, follicular conjunctivitis. That's like viral. I'm feeling adenovirus.
Yeah. Anything else that follicles might pop up in?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Any other questions? Oh, conjunctival cyst.
What are those filled with?
I would think fluid. Epithelial cells just get pushed deeper, so they're just proliferating and just has fluid. Sometimes they might look a little like this, a little milky, because there's mucin, I would suspect, being produced. GPC. You slept in your contacts again, didn't you?
Yeah, and the funny part is I don't even wear contacts.
Why do I keep accusing you then? Oh, that's frustrating. I think mast cell stabilizers can be helpful here, and taking contacts out.
Yeah, for sure.
Vernal. Now, this word always bugs me. Does vernal mean summer?
It's seasonal.
Seasonal. Is that all it means?
Yes.
So it could be really any time. Okay. But it repeats based on seasons.
Yeah, and it's the, those cobblestone papillae, right?
Yeah.
And I always think about vernal when you think about the V, that the opening is a top. So
Yeah.
that's why you really want to make sure you're checking that top lid.
Oh, that's a good one. And then I think I get a little worried when I see these little lesions around the periphery, and I think about Trenta's dots, which are pretty common with this one as well. Oh, Horner Trenta's dots. Sometimes you see the word Horner's too, and a shield ulcer.
Cobblestone papillae, man, we just
that one felt good. That one felt really good. We got that one, right? We're done. Moving on. Oh, what would cause scleral thinning?
What did you say earlier? Old people?
I did. Those words came out of my mouth, and I was very quickly accused of maybe being not very sensitive
to old people. But what else could cause scleral thinning?
Well, I think if they had a scleritis, right? You got scleritis, you got these other conditions, different classifications of scleritis, anything causing that to happen.
Nice.
So, this was HSV. Well, that's interesting. I don't think we see scleritis very often from herpes, but can happen.
No, but what great differentials.
Awesome. Oh, yeah. Oh, mucopurulent discharge, gonorrhea, hyperpurulent conjunctivitis.
And I think that those are the two big buzzwords for this, right? Gonorrhea, hyperpurulent, and then rapid onset, which helps differentiate it from some of these other things.
I would definitely review the treatment. We're not going to go over it now, but definitely review treatment on these ones. This kind of harks back to our about 2 minutes ago when we talked about sin, but now we just have a more general term, ocular surface squamous neoplasia, encompassing this whole spectrum of malignancy. What a beautiful picture. Oh, wow. Look at that. Look at these pictures.
I'm looking.
Well, how do you feel about them?
I think that those are beautiful.
Okay. I mean...
Happy 4th of July.
All right. Yeah. Symblepharon. When I see that, I'm thinking weird conjunctiva to conjunctiva adhesions.
Yeah.
What would cause that?
Stephen Johnson.
Yes, I thought Stevens Johnson. Also, what about ocular cicatricial pemphigoid?
Oh, I like that word. That makes you sound so fancy.
Oh, look at the great. I love these pictures. Oh, man. Melanoma. What a bummer.
What does it mean when it's amelanotic?
I think it's just lacking pigmentation. It looks more pinkish there as opposed to being heavily pigmented.
Oof.
So yeah, very rare to see that, I think. And there's look at this conjunctival melanoma, but you're thinking, where's the pigment? That one has some pigment. That one definitely has some pigment, but sometimes you don't always see that level of pigmentation. Oh my.
That chemosis, that swelling and chemosis is, I don't know.
Like, that's what they wanted to illustrate with that picture was, well, they got chemosis. I think we've got a lot more than that going on. Hey, your favorite.
Oh, Stephen Johnson's.
Yeah, Stephen Johnson.
Do you remember what type of hypersensitivity reaction that is? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
This is a 25% chance for me. I'm going to say a 2.
4.
4. Okay, got it. 4. Good. Oh, EKC. Adenovirus. Most severe manifestation of adenovirus, I believe, would be EKC. And what is that little goober stuck down to the conjunctiva?
Oh, I know this.
And if you tried to swipe it off, it wouldn't come off.
Pseudomembrane.
Yeah, you got to peel that puppy off there. Pseudomembrane.
I think that is a tear of the sphincter.
Why? What does the sphincter do? Constricts the pupil, right?
Okay.
Now it's torn.
Right.
Pupil's blown.
Yes.
Can't constrict. Would this be worse in the light or the dark?
Ooh, good question.
My thought is that the sphincter is being activated in the light, so the normal eye constricts very nicely. Mm-hmm. The abnormal doesn't. So I think the aniso would be worse in the light.
I would agree with you.
I don't know if it says anything about that.
I doubt it.
They don't say, but permanent dilation. We got it. We're good. Oh, just a great word. Iridodialysis. What broke? Iris? Ciliary body.
And they were lice.
Oh, hey. Iridodialysis. Yeah. Blunt trauma, I think, can do that. Ooh, yeah. Motor vehicle accident there. Whoa. Well, That's a traumatic people. Moving on. Angle recession. I've always been miffed and surprised by this. I would think if you break the iris, wouldn't that allow more aqueous to pass through? But in reality, I think what happens is there's scar tissue that forms in the trabecular meshwork. So you get worried about pressure.
Oh.
Am I making that up right now?
No, I think that is a very sound thing to be miffed about.
Okay. Oh, rubeosis iritis.
Neovascularization. Diabetes.
Yes. Yes. Seen it with diabetes.
What's the other one?
The 90-day glaucoma.
Yes.
CRVO.
You got it.
Oh, classic. Oh, beautiful. Oh, wow. Whoa. Beautiful pictures. All right, good. OKPs, cardiac precipitates. Got to be dealing with uveitis, right?
Have to.
Got to be. Done. That was a lot of fun.
Wow. That was...
Do you feel like you learned a lot of anterior segment?
You know, I did. I've anterior seg is just as great as posterior seg. Maybe I won't send them all to you now.
That was fun. Keep studying buzzwords. Hopefully something caught your eye. Get it? Not really. That wasn't
great. But at least the pictures were fun to look at.
They were fun. Good luck.